I think I'm live. I'm not doing well from 2 days. Fever. My mistake. I changed my diet to just check something, but yeah, suffering for that. So I thought I should utilize this time as I'm doing nothing and I'm just being home all by myself. So I thought, why not, spread some messages and help people understand certain things. Okay, let's understand one thing. Let's understand scams. Let's understand orthodox mentality, and let's understand progressive mentality. This is very important for Indians because the majority of Indians are orthodox mentality. Orthodox mentality, how it operates, we have to understand that. Okay, how manipulation happens and how people are using it to their benefit in the name of orthodox mentality, old school mentality, sanskari mentality. Okay. So basically, when you do a psychological understanding of this term sanskari, it is telling you that you're not going to talk about those questions, you're not going to address those matters if your forefathers or your the aged people, they don't approve it. That's basically orthodox mentality in India. All right, that's how it is. Okay, mostly it is. This is the thing actually. Let's start with something Indians can understand. Okay, fasting. For a Hindu, fasting is like an age-old practice. How fasting is manipulated to generate a business, an industry in India. This is something that Orthodox people don't want to understand. Okay. Why? Because they have got the entire concept of fasting incorrect, wrong. Okay. Because they are listening to someone who are being financed or who are in cahoots with those people who want to generate a business, propel a business out of these misconceptions. Okay. Fasting. There is a stupid diet that people, advise while you're on fasting is falahari. It means diet based on fruits. People don't understand that fruits are the biggest scam of the human history. Okay. It is like, one egg has so many benefits, infinite benefits, just one boiled egg. Compared to one apple, you cannot match these two things. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. It's one of the greatest scam in the history of mankind. Okay, it is just a business. Okay, now you have to understand fruits. Please understand fructose. To understand fruits, you have to understand fructose. What is fructose? Fructose is the sugar found in fruits. Okay, and what happens here is the problem with fructose is it can only be broken down by your liver. It cannot be metabolized by your body. Now, 85 to 89% of Indians are alcoholics. They consume alcohol either on a daily basis or on every weekend in a huge quantity, even if they are not drinking it for the entire week. Let's say for the 5 days of the week, on Saturday, Sundays, they drink alcohol like fish. Like the fish consumes water, or it's always in the water. So it is metabolized by your, and alcohol is only metabolized by your liver. So a person who is consuming alcohol on a daily basis and also consuming fruits is a terrible combination to destroy your liver. No doctor is going to tell you that. These research are being banned because this is not good for your business. Nothing at all. And then while you're fasting, what you are doing? You are not consuming anything. You're not consuming anything. It means you are resting your body from everything that you are doing, especially in terms of consumption. The best thing that you can do while you are fasting is water. That's it. Nothing beyond that. Okay. You just need to, consume liquid. That is water. This why women are given 16 somvar ka vrat. There is a ritual where a woman uh, uh, practices fasting for 16 consecutive Mondays, so that they can find uh, a good husband. All right, this is how it is. But people don't understand that. All these women who practice it, they are doing it incorrectly. Why it has been asked for the people, for women to practice 16 somvar ka vrat is because in order to have a sound judgment, you have to have a good hormonal state. Fasting is the only way. Everything comes down, all the hormonal imbalances comes down, and your judgment enlightens, because your mind starts to run on fat fuel. Once your mind runs on fat fuel, it ends up becoming more enlightened, more focused, and it can have a better judgment. But business entered the scene. They started to advise women, oh, aap ye khao, aap wo khao, consume this, consume that. So by the end of the day, the purpose of 16 somvar ka vrat, which is getting your insulin down, getting the amount of glycogen that is lying abundant in your body, in your bloodstream, coming down, instead of doing that, it is just giving you what? Nothing. You're doing nothing at all. You're fasting and you're consuming fruits. You're fasting, you're consuming this. You're fasting, you're consuming that. Why everyone who is fasting, it is not working? Just because of this. Misconceptions. Foundations are not clear. A 40-year-old man looks like 60. A 20-year-old boy looks like 40. Because the entire concept of consuming food, the entire concept of doing things are wrong. Because business has entered the scene. I mean, can you understand how stupid people are? Fasting means avoiding things. See, fasting has two important things: physiological and psychological. You have to understand that. Okay. Now business is manipulating physiologically. Oh, you're fasting? Good. Namak mat khao, ye mat khao, senda namak khao, sugar mat lo, ye lo, wo lo. Bullshit. That's why none of the fasting things ritual works. And then there is always a God watching. Will curse you if you don't eat falahari. Will curse you if you don't abandon rice. Will curse you if you don't replace rice with millets. इतना घटिया concepts है. None of these highly beneficial things that is suggested by ancient India. Our ancient practices are being used by people for their benefits. Here's an interesting part about where this fasting concept came from. ये वैदिक वो नहीं है जो business call Hinduism है ना, ये उसका नहीं है. I will not talk about that community. Okay, I'm not going to address. This fasting ritual has come from Tantra. People don't understand what is Tantra. And just to give you a preview of knowledge about Tantra, Tantra says you are supposed to eat, the quantity of food that you're supposed to eat is the size of the palm of your hand. You're not supposed to consume more than this. How much you're consuming in the name of fasting? Everything and anything. Okay. Rosa, Muslims are doing it. They are doing it. People who keep rosa and then when they break it, they become more unhealthy. Have you ever observed? Recently what has happened, I was in Delhi, and not recently, like in the month of February, I was in Delhi. I was going through some research paper and everything. Obesity in Muslims have increased like anything. They are known for the highest consumer of meat which has got 42,000 of important components that can eliminate any kind of disease. Not any, but metabolic diseases. They are not supposed to fall into these metabolic diseases. They are not supposed to have diabetes. Just because they are eating non-vegetarian on a daily basis, this is how it is a standard of understanding the community, but they are non-vegetarian on a daily basis. Wherein हमारे यहाँ पे है कि मंगलवार को हम नहीं खाते हैं, शनिवार को हम नहीं खाते हैं. अरे कॉन्सेप्ट ही गलत है भैया तुम्हारा. Your entire concept is wrong. How are you vouching for that? Because my father said that, my dadaji said that, my grandfather said that. Some guru is such a scam. Such a scam. They are never going to give you the real knowledge. Because, you see, let me tell you something. How this business entered the scene. So let's say Hindus, we practice fasting on Navratris, and there are certain occasions. Especially majority of the Hindus, they practice fasting during Navratris, cycle of the moon. Kyun hai? Science people don't know. Anyway, let's not get into it. Because when you talk science to these people, Orthodox people, they will not understand. Mata Rani ka अत्याचार हो गया, ये हो गया, वो हो गया. Because people don't understand religion and science are connected. Nobody will understand that. But anyway, let people be dumb. So, during fasting, you're supposed to be on water and a little bit of salt. Salt is eliminated. बोला सेंधा नमक खाओ, ये खाओ, वो खाओ. सेंधा नमक ही आपको खाना चाहिए. Table salt is dangerous. Okay. So, and fasting should be thorough. You should not be consuming any kind of fruits and everything. Business entered the scene. Phalahari khao. Matlab, telling you, oh, you know what? You can cheat. You can use cheat meal when you're fasting. Entered the scene. All the Phalahari products are made with pathetic things. Palm oil, seed oil, this oil, that oil, rice bran oil. जाके देखो पैकेट खुल के. किसी को पता है? कुछ भी नहीं. I am telling you something that it is far ahead of time for Indians to understand. But I think I should enlighten you. Why? The problem with us is, please understand your emotional state. Understand the psychology behind everything that you are doing. Being a parent, if you are using statements like, हम तो खाते पीते घर के हैं, it means you are unhealthy. You are making your kid unhealthy as well. 15 साल का बच्चा has got insulin resistance. He looks like a bloody elephant, man. Do you think you're doing a good parenting? Huh? Do you really want to help me evaluate with 10 questions that you are a pathetic parent? Because a thorough and quick 10 questionnaire, 10 questions can prove that you are a wrong parent. You're not fit for parenting. Men are acting like women, soft. Why you need to understand this? People don't understand. That's the problem. Sanskari and Orthodox mentality is comfort zone thinking. My father did not do it. My grandfather did not do it. I shouldn't do it too. ये हमारी प्रथा है. Being unhealthy is pratha. Practicing something wrong is pratha. People don't understand what is Tantra. Tantra is practicing things for enlightenment. People don't understand that. So there are a lot of other things I would be talking about, which is very important for us to understand before we even make the entire society unhealthy. And we are effectively doing that. So if you are a parent and if you are unhealthy, why are you making your kids unhealthy? How can you call yourself parenting good parent? A good parent. How can you identify yourself as a good parent? Let me give you a great insight. People who are in the ages of 50s, 60s and 70s, okay, they have made the entire pharmacy industry and medical industry the richest. 50s, 60s and 70s are the category of people and group of people who are subscribed to any type of medicines, doctor's visit, and they are living their life on some kind of a medical treatment or diseases. They cannot live their life without getting thorough checkups. So spending money on medical expenses. And those kind of parents are giving you how to live your life in a healthy way. Don't you think it's a great joke that someone has ever cracked in the history of mankind? So I don't know how to enlighten you. If this doesn't enlighten you, then EQ, emotional intelligence, emotional judgment, is you have to work on it. It's poor, it's terrible. I think I've touched most of it, and someday you understand what is going on. Someday, okay? Because by the end of the day, we need to understand one thing. If we are dealing with things and relationship that involves emotional bonding, we first need to understand how are we treating that connection. For the heck of it, just because this is what everybody does, or are you going to truly evaluate that relationship through sound emotional judgment? Take care of yourself. If not yourself, at least your kids.